Hello, well, hello. I'm popping in again at the start of this video to let you know that this section, this video was technically a continuation of the first recording that we did, but because of the way OBS messed up, I had to split it into two videos because my editing software just was refusing to cooperate. So these are, this is the supposed to be part of the first recording, but it's a separate video entirely. So that's why there isn't going to be an intro at the beginning. But I hope you enjoy.
So yeah, and because of that, I think that the Triforce now simply resides within the royal bloodline. Their divine power is the Triforce, which is simply passed down from mother to mother to daughter, or son. I guess we never get a proper prince, but I assume the prince would also inherit the power of Hylia. Like, nothing says he couldn't. We just have never seen a proper prince before in the timeline. Besides that one
Ew,
schmuck in the
boys.
Besides that one schmuck that managed to get his sister cursed into eternal slumber because she didn't want to tell him about the Triforce. I guess that's why they rely on princesses. The one time they had a prince, he fucked it all up.
Do you think it would be one of these?
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
So yeah, and as now the uh,
You know, you
as
can
Ka-
just read his.
I did. It doesn't tell you. It says, I said it multiple times. It says
yeah.
spicy pepper, meat, and it's something he doesn't remember.
I'm trying to remember myself. I can't remember specifically what it is. You have to wait until night.
So yeah, as the Kingdom of Fire will no longer exist at the end of the Downfall timeline, there's more than enough time for a couple of centuries to pass for Ramu to come down to Earth and simply marry or fall in love with one of the two Zelda's descendants. And voila, new Kingdom of Hyrule. How that explains any one of the other references to the other timelines is beyond me, but well,
Well, it wasn't
there's a
that.
reason we can
We
figure it
tried.
out.
Found it near the tower. I'll have to get back down without dying.
Oh god. And a few other
Impossible.
evidence that this could be the Downfall timeline is one, the existence of monsters that only existed in the Downfall timeline. Like Lionels and Gleoks only existed, not Gleoks, the dragons, the three-headed dragons. Are those Gleoks? But yeah,
Leox
those
aren't
only.
even in this game.
Okay, no, yeah, the three-headed dragon.
Yeah, the fucking King Ghidorah looking asses.
Exactly, yeah, those only exist in the Downfall timeline. So
There, these games all, uh, these games have parts from all three timelines.
yeah, I know, but I
Yeah,
think the
because
down.
fun fact, in Death Mountain, there is obviously there's like a carving of uh
Of the son of the village chief of the Goans of Minish Cap, of not Minish Cap, Majora's Mask.
yeah, there's carvings of Daruk, that's his name, Daruk, and a few other Gorons from the past, like Majora's Mask,
Yeah, although
who realistically, I don't even know how they know about that dude because Germana isn't Hyrule. I don't even know how they know about him
yeah,
unless
I
Link
mean
said
it
some.
is
That Link
possible
said
that
something.
it's also possible that in this timeline they simply made contact with Termina. Like if this is the Downfall timeline, these characters would still exist. That after all, they would still
Well,
have existed.
Mifa also brings up Rudo from Ocarina.
Yeah, which also
Like
would have
as that,
existed in all three timelines.
and Urbosa brings up Naboru from Ocarina.
Yeah,
I guess it's like the ancient Gerudo hero or Gerudo.
yeah, because those would have been the ones to seal away Ganondorf in the Downfall timeline. So
I
they
don't
will be
know
revered.
who inspired Meadow. I think it was a character from Wind Waker.
Yes, Wind Waker. It's the village chief that you have to give help, encourage
And
to go up
like
to the dragon to get his wings.
that like because
I mean, Rito
fuck,
only
why
have
do I
appeared
keep
in one game, so
it's funny because the Rito are like descendants of the Zora, but then the Zora came back anyway.
I mean, yeah, because there is more than one Soa tribe, so it's entirely plausible that only a small group of Soa remained, while the others moved on to other lands, and then eventually just came back. Like we meet Soa in Wind Waker.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Hmm.
only one, and a dead one. But yeah, there are still Soa around.
You
Same as
should
there's
be
still
lucky that
Gorons around.
Tinkle isn't in this game. I tell you what,
Oh yeah, I'm so fucking happy that Tingle isn't in this bloody game besides this
like
costume.
fucking Tingle in Wind Waker is like the most unintentionally scary motherfucker in the whole, probably the whole series.
You know he got his
Yeah,
own
like
Like
game.
Wind Waker is so funny because it has some of the darkest moments,
yeah, and
despite
yeah, I
being
know
labeled
Tingle
as
has
like
his own game, and I'm
cartoony.
trying to forget it exists.
Did you know
It
he
does.
got his own game?
Did, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the DS.
Of course, it was the
It's
DS.
It's
yeah, it's
basically a
definitely
game
not
about
canon.
collecting as many rupees as possible.
Okay, cool. Like
Yeah,
um,
if
Tinkle
anyone
like
needed a game, it's Tingle.
uh um what was I gonna say? In Wind Waker, when you first meet Tingle, like meet him in like a prison cell with like skeletons,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you go to his island, he's like literally holding people hostage.
And then there's also the fact of the implications. A shit ton of people died during the flooding. Like you cannot tell me that everyone made it out alive. There are not enough mountains and habited islands for that. There were a shit tons of casualties.
There's one guy on Tinkle's island that Tinkle literally just kidnapped from a ship
Yeah,
and
no, like he
made him
got
wear the
shipwrecked.
clothes.
Yeah,
And they say that, hey Link, you mind staying around a while longer because Tinkle is always in a good mood when you're around, which this kind of says a lot about him.
yeah.
Tinkle's Tinkle's not a great guy.
No, he's not. And I think Nintendo realized that which is why they stopped using him.
Well, that's their own fault. They wrote him to be like a psychopathic murderer, a
Yeah,
slave owner, like an extortionist. Fucking, I'm pretty sure he eats
you have to
babies in his
relight
free time too.
furnace wet.
I mean, I love the game for that. I love like Zelda on its surface is um I think what Zelda masters is like its background storytelling, its
Yeah,
environmental storytelling, because
yeah,
it's like a lot of the like hidden stuff that reveals a
and
lot about the world.
yeah, but also makes the most interesting theories in other games. Like the question, what was the snow mansion that is the ice dungeon in Twilight Princess? Like wondering what is that? There are signs that it used to belong to the royal family, but uh,
Kakariko Village in Ocarina of Time
yeah,
is just
that's
creepy. What was the name of the boss?
King Bongo Bongo, I think.
It was the one that like had its like hands severed and its like
Yeah, which they
throat
really
slit,
like reusing that concept of the flying hands.
because I think Impa like killed him or something. I don't know
Yeah,
what
now that face,
happened.
we dads, just fucking we dads.
And the fucking bloodied white mass. I think his name was like Dead Hand or something.
Yeah,
Like I
and
don't
then
know
of
how they got away with that shit in Zelda. Like
Or
that's like
in Twilight Princess, Arbiter's Ground, a giant execution site.
the hero shade in Twilight Princess is probably the most depressing ending for Ocarina Link. I have like in the
Yeah,
manga, you can see him like transitioning from being in his prime, being an old man, and then being a skeleton. And he's selling Twilight Link. I was you once, and now I'm nothing.
yeah, like that is like and he didn't even fall in battle against Ganondorf. Like he didn't even have an heroic end. Because we know Link was present when Ganondorf was banished to the Twilight Realm.
It's just a really, really sad ending for
Yeah, like
Ocarina Link.
if he
Like I
had
know, like he's one of the more beloved Links, and his ending is just really fucking depressing.
yeah, like he lost his he lost Navi. He was robbed of all of his accomplishments were basically rendered non-existent. He then was instantly forced to wander alone around to find Navi. Then he probably fought in the war against Ganondorf, and
Permana
after that,
alone probably fucked him up for life with half the shit
yeah,
that went on down there. Like Majora's Mask is just disturbing.
yeah, like that boy when he got older, he did not have an easy life, and he couldn't even talk about it with anyone. Like, who would believe him? Who would believe him? Oh, I once said Hyrule from Ganondorf, but then Princess Zelda sent me back into the past, and everything would ever happen. People would claim he's insane.
I mean, Zelda will probably believe him still.
Yes, Zelda, but how often did they were in contact with each other?
Good point.
Considering he went off into the Faron region and apparently founded his own village, or at least joined people building their own village, he probably didn't meet with her all that much after Ganondorf was defeated.
Like my friend put it best, like it's only a fun adventure for the player.
Hmm.
But for Link, it's like the most fucked up, traumatic experience of his life.
Yeah,
I
and
wanna play Majora's Mask.
I've been tempted to play it, but I just do not like. I don't
I
like
bought the
depends on the version.
I bought the 3DS version, but I think it'd probably be better to play at least like the original on like at least like the Switch emulator because I think it's on there.
I just don't
Yeah,
like being on a timer. Like that's the thing. I just don't
yeah,
like
like,
being
and
on
the
a
timing is
timer.
technically arbitrary because you can always reset it, but yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't wanna play it. Also because it's very cryptic at
Well,
times. Like,
that's just like both Ocarina and Majora's Mask are really cryptic. Like
yeah,
even for Ocarina, I had to pull out a guide for some of this stuff because if Zelda's known for one thing, it's such like being really cryptic and mysterious to the point that it kind of annoys you.
mhm. I'm trying to think which links actually had happy endings. The only ones that really come to mind are Wind Waker Link because his experience wasn't as horrifying. Like, Link seems to have fun on his adventure, and he went off with Zelda to found a new kingdom. So good for him.
You would think like maybe Breath of the Wild Link, but then he literally lost his arm in the second game.
Well, he got it
Yeah,
back. He got it back. He's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. But after the tedium that is the depths, I don't think that boy's right in the head. And
And I
after
mean, if you
multiple
want a
near death.
happy ending, I'm pretty sure he and Zelda fucked like wild dogs after this
Oh,
game. So
probably, yeah.
Oh yeah,
He was the only one who I feel like he was the one who like actually got to like be in a proper relationship with Zelda.
yeah. Like we know Wind Waker Link not because his descendant is not part of the royal family. So clearly, Link and Zelda did not hook up.
they're also kids,
That too.
just so you know.
So there's no really romance to imply, considering they're both like what 12.
Like if there's one thing I learned about this game is that Link just like effortlessly seduces any woman he contacts with.
He's a protagonist. There actually is a Konosuba crossover where Link replaces
Like
Kazuma,
Pius
and
spent a
he like
total of
unintentionally just seduces all the girls. Like he doesn't even want to.
Pius
He
spent a
doesn't even
total of
try.
1 day with this man, and she fell in love with him.
I try to think how many Zeldas were fucked up by the experiences of the game. So let's go through that. I don't know all the Zeldas. Like okay, original Zelda. we don't know anything about her, so it's hard to say. She's the whole time in captivity, so
Do you think I can
Zelda
make it to the
2,
top of that?
I think so.
No.
Zelda 2, Zelda was in a sleep for centuries, so she
We
had a
don't know
good
what
night
Link
rest.
did with her.
Yeah.
Link
Uh,
probably was like, yeah, I could get away
yeah.
with it, right?
So yeah, okay. Or Queen of Time Zelda has seen her kingdom fall to ruin, was in hiding for 7 years, and had and probably went through very grueling training to become Sheik. And then she sends back Link in time, only to then realize, oh god, I made the most horrible mistake because she sent Link back in time. She removed the soul of the hero from her timeline, so there was no hero when Ganondorf returned. So
Idiot.
she actually genuinely fucked up her timeline, which then led to the total destruction of Hyrule. And if she was still alive during that time, because we don't know exactly how long Ganondorf took to come back, oh my god, that must have felt horrible. Like,
If we're talking
imagine that.
about how many, I think Link and Zelda probably fucked at the end of Skyward Sword.
Yes, that's
Because
pretty. I think it's pretty clear that yeah, those two are a couple, and it's very clear that
I don't
Link
think
is
Link and Zelda were even interested in each other in Twilight Princess.
no, they
Because
barely know
Link
each
pretty
other.
much just goes right back to his village. He
Yeah,
was
like
like, yeah.
Well, he kind of
they
already had his own, already had a love interest beforehand.
Yeah, Link's I think both Ocarina and Twilight Princess, he hooks up with a farmer girl.
yeah, I honestly kind of prefer that over him just always going for Zelda. Makes it a bit more interesting, especially because the
Well, yeah, because he doesn't
chemistry
really have a
kind of works.
connection to Zelda.
Yeah, like
Like,
how many
up
times do he and Twilight Princess Zelda meet? I think they meet like 2 times, and one of the times he's a wolf. And if that was enough for Zelda to make him think I wanna fuck that, then I have some questions, dear
Look,
princess.
she's been in captivity for so long. She hasn't
Honestly,
had
just a
any
couple of weeks.
contact. She sees a wolf come by. She's like, all right, I'll go for it.
No, it turns out she thought that Midday would come included.
Yeah, see that I kinda like more as a ship. The stern and serious Zelda with the sheepish and impish.
They did have a good rapport.
Yeah, like that could have been a very fun comedic duo if Zelda was more involved in the fucking game. Like you could have said something like she turns herself into like a spirit and follows them around, and so Link has two guides on his adventure here, and the two bicker constantly with each other. That could have been really funny. Just imagine his tired expression while Zelda and Impa bicker next to him.
I know that this isn't like related to like the story or anything. I love Twilight Princess for the sound effects. I think it has some of the best sound effects in the series.
Dude,
It's
Twilight
one of the
Princess
best
Link
look.
sounds pissed off.
I mean, he kind of is. Think about it.
Like
Like when
His
you hear
village
him
was
yell and swing his
destroyed.
sword, he sounds like he's about to fucking
like
stab
I
somebody.
love I just love like the way like Midna sounds in that
I
game.
Twilight
It's
Princess is like, I never played it. I want to,
like
but there's just like no convenient ways for me to play it.
the most
Yeah, because
convenient
it
way to
had
play
a
it is on the
few.
Wii.
If only
We
Nintendo would do something about
I
that.
I
genuinely
wish
Oh,
think
they
if
that
did.
they
only
will
we lived in a
re-release it at some.
timeline.
I genuinely do think they will re-release it at some point.
They better. I would pay. I would pay for it.
Maybe as the last hurrah for the Nintendo Switch.
Like I like if they release some remakes for like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, I'd pay for it.
I would definitely play Wind Waker. That's one of the ones. That's like one of the few Zelda games that I genuinely want to play, just because I've just heard about how fun it is.
It's okay. Well, here's the thing: the actual gameplay, it's fun. The sailing is not fun.
It depends. It depends of what you seek. If you like so small, relaxing sections, then it's fine.
Okay,
But
like
if you don't like that, then
the
yeah,
HD remaster makes it less tedious,
because you
but
can get the faster sale very easy. Yeah, the original, don't play the original. Like the
the
original is still a good
original is
game,
just
Well, yeah, why would
especially
I
the
play the
quest behind
original
it.
if the HD remake exists?
Yeah,
well, I don't know. Maybe somebody doesn't want to like shell out for a Wii U, but
I'm pretty
Honestly,
sure
I've
it's
seen
more
like
expensive finding a GameCube copy and a GameCube than a Wii U.
Well, you can play GameCube games on the Wii.
but
True.
honestly, I've seen like
Well, you have to have a controller though.
I've seen like a
And a
recent
memory
like
card.
Yeah.
love for the Wii U kind of come back lately.
That's
Like,
always like this. I mean, like Wind Waker was also kind of wild when it first came out.
I mean, yeah,
And
kind of, but
yeah, that's kind of always how all the gaming community is. The older generations hate something, but then those who grew up with it come forward and say, "Hey, no, I actually liked it. I found
look,
like
Happened.
find
That
it
look,
good."
happened with Pokemon
I
Black.
grew up with the
Or the Star Wars
GameCube.
prequels.
I grew up with the GameCube. I love that fucking thing. I didn't even know it was a failure. I still loved it.
I didn't grow up with it at all, but I love it. I have barely any games, but I wish I would have played it more. I honestly just need a new controller or a Wii,
I have a
because I
Wii.
think yeah, like I am really looking forward to just getting a new controller and then replaying some of these old games. Like I
I
recently bought Beyond Good and Evil, and I think it's really good.
I still have my Wii. I even have the Wii controller with like the motion plus that they built for
Ah,
Skyward Sword.
yeah, because normally we wasn't responsive enough.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
should like
also love the
replay some
Wii.
of my older Wii games.
Like some of the Wii games that I know fans don't like, I love. I love Mario Party 8. There's a chest
You literally ran past chess.
down there. Go back on the bridge and then look to your right.
I know you don't use it that much, Red, but use your brain.
I see it from here.
Failure.
No,
You can
you
literally
have to
use cryonesis.
yeah, you have to use gravity to stand and jump. And then climb up.
There
People
you
people
go.
typically consider Mario Party 8 as one of two things: either the last good game or the first bad one.
For me, it's the last good one.
I don't have a lot of experience with Mario Party outside of more of the newer ones. For me,
I remember
I don't
playing
know.
Mario.
I can't even say if it's childhood bias, but I think Mario Party 8 is genuinely incredibly fun.
It
I remember
definitely has some
playing
of the
Mario
best ports.
Party 5
Oh, absolutely. It has
on
the
like
even like I love like some of the Super Mario Party ones. It can't top Super Mario Party 8. I think it has the best boards out of any game that I have played.
Yeah.
I remember playing Mario Party 5 with my brother and my sister when we were kids. And let me tell you, by the end of it, we were about ready to kill each other.
I think me and Nebby tried to play one of the first Mario parties, and it was just kind of okay.
Yeah, like we
Yeah,
played 2
well,
and 3 on
like
the 64 emulator, but the online was really janky and didn't properly work.
yeah, it doesn't feel the same as playing it with people in the same room as you. Like
Yeah.
that's how I played Smash Brothers. I played that with my siblings too. Like
I learned to play
the
Smash.
original
Sorry, go ahead.
the original Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64. Like I played that with my brother and my sister all the time. And I didn't own Mario Party, but I did play like Pokemon Stadium for the N64 too with my siblings. It was pretty fun.
I played Brawl with friends
Yeah, I also
years
played
ago,
Pro
but that was
for all
back
the
when I was
friends.
really little, so I basically only played Link. And then when it came to
I do-
high school, I had there was kids in my class that would bring Ultimate to like a makers club, which is a club I was part of that took place in the art room, and so I started playing that with them, and that's basically how I learned how to actually play Smash.
Are you an idiot?
Yes, thought we established this already.
Yeah,
God.
I played Smash Bros with a friend. The Brawl was my first. I never had Heard of the series before that. I at first didn't like it because Mario, and I didn't like Mario, so I didn't want anything to do with it. Yes, I was a stupid kid. Like I hated Mario Galaxy simply because it was Mario. And now I wanna bash my head in because why the fuck did I hate these games so much as a kid? Why was I so fucking dumb?
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, I generally was just a hater. I have no
I
idea what my
like
issue was.
for me, I remember I think the first Mario game I played was Sunshine on the GameCube. And
For me, my
what I
first Mario was
remember,
Super Mario Land.
what I remember most distinctly is that my copy of Sunshine was like messed up in a way that I literally couldn't play past like the opening airstrip area. Like I would get the shine and the game would just crash. So
Oh,
legitimately, most of my childhood memories of Sunshine was just the opening airport area.
I forgot I
you
had
studied that
this.
airport very great detail.
And like at the time, I remember thinking, this game is so fucking pretty. Look at the amount of like this game is like how do graphics go up from here? This game looks so detailed.
I generally think this game looks better than most AAA games with realistic art styles.
Oh yeah, my first Mario game was 60. Funnily enough, 64 DS, which
I
is
remember I remember
horrible on the DS because Mario 64 is not meant to be played with a D-pad. It is meant to be played
yeah,
with a joystick.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
It wasn't
just I
it
don't
wasn't
know.
until I played the original not the original, but the 64 that they had on the All Stars, that I was actually able to play the game competently because I had a joystick instead of a freaking D-pad.
I remember playing 64 on my old 64, but I remember being a total pansy and not getting that far because legitimately the Princess Peach painting turning into Bowser scared me so much that I refused to go down the hallway. Like it was like a jump scare to me. I was
my
like,
first
oh, I
Mario
don't
was
want to go down there, guys. Oh my god.
Super Mario Land because we had it on the old Game Boy. I never
Oh,
got far in it because I sucked.
I never owned a Game Boy.
I
I had a Game Boy Advance. The game I played most on my Game Boy was shamefully Spyro Orange.
I
I love.
never owned. I owned a Game Boy Advance, and I remember
I have
there
the
was like an
Advance.
over there was an over the hedge game developed by fucking Vicarious Visions,
They developed a lot of stuff.
the same people behind the Crash remake. Like
They also made.
imagine how I felt when I booted that game up again and seeing Vicarious Visions.
Yeah,
I'm like,
with those studios, you can always be shocked what they were involved in the past.
there was also a like a Madagascar game on the GBA where you played as the penguins that I played a
Uh,
lot.
I played the console game a lot, which was also from Toys for Bob's, the ones who made the Spyro remake and the new Crash. And it's generally a good game. Like for a licensed game, it's a good game. Had some fun ideas.
What else did I play? I remember. You guys remember that like Nicktoons like camera game?
Yes, boy,
I
boy.
I never heard of it until I watched a video
I
about
played that
Nicktoons.
a lot on my Game Boy Advance. I also like there's like the Spider-Man game. I don't remember the name of it. I remember the ending where Spider-Man fights Mysterio and Mysterio loses his helmet and Spider-Man takes his helmet and turns it into a fishbowl for Mary Jane.
I mean, yeah, might as well.
I was like, that's one of the endings of all time, but a very a very Spider-Man thing for him to do.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's a recycling. Good for him. Just never tell Mysterio.
And like I said before, I did play the Oracle games a lot, but I never got that far because I remember playing Oracle of Ages a lot, but that game is very like puzzle heavy, and I'm stupid, so I never got that far.
I'll be right back. Oh,
How fast of a pisser
So,
are you?
very.
All right, what are we talking about? Okay, so you got like the time. I don't know why I'm suddenly forgetting every little fucking thing that I know about this game.
Oh man,
The
that kills you.
what Yeah, no
I
fucking
forgot about the
shit.
time. I
It
forgot
kills
about the
you.
timer because I forgot that it's really
It's
slow
a
before you.
giant rolling boulder barreling towards you. Why wouldn't it hurt
I
you?
forgot that it's a lot slower before you get it upgraded.
Jesus, what did Zelda save you for? Next thing you're gonna ask if the red bombs explode.
What?
Oh yeah, the timer is insanely slow. Even with Purah's upgrade, it's still like it resets so slow.
There's an item up there.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you can just cancel it and it recharges faster.
Wait, does it?
Yeah,
Huh. Never knew that.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Traveler's Shield.
I prefer Traveler's
Would you
Sail.
believe that I didn't even know like you could upgrade shit with Korok seeds until like my second playthrough.
That
Huh.
sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice because I just kind of like adapted to it. I didn't even realize you could upgrade your inventory with the Korok seeds. I just played through the whole game with like a small ass inventory, and I didn't
Oh,
even really question it.
oh god, that sounds like pure misery.
I mean, it wasn't for me. I love the playthrough. But yeah, once I figured that out, like suddenly inventory management got a lot more convenient because I usually well by that point in the game I usually only have like the master sword and the Hylian
That
shields.
sounds like something people would include in a challenge run.
And yeah, I remember my first playthrough. It was definitely a struggle to get through some parts. Like Hyrule Castle was so insanely difficult my first run. I just was not like anticipating the challenge.
Do you want to read this part?
Who me?
Yeah.
I say, boy, with this you have acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this planet. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Extraordinary, my boy. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines on. Hang on. Shrines at the end points. Find the spot where those. Hold on. Give me a second. Where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand where the 4 lines connect? I cannot read text in this game. The screen is so small.
It doesn't look that small for me.
Well, yeah, you're playing it.
No, I mean, looking at the computer, it doesn't look that small for me.
Yeah, but you have to remember, when we stream it, it already is small down. We don't
Well,
see
I
the
want
entire
here.
computer
I'll
screen.
show.
We
I'll show
see
you what
a
it looks like for
small
me.
screen from the screen share, and then there's a smaller screen inside.
Look at how small it is for me. And I already have badass eyesight to begin with,
Yeah, same.
and I can't talk very good either.
That doesn't look that small to me.
Well, I say, then you have way weird standards.
Look at Red over
I
here
just have.
flexing her perfect vision.
Well, it's not perfect, but it's very close.
It is just a little bit bigger than a DS screen.
Of course, when Red thinks of perfect, she thinks of herself.
No.
Okay, so now you gotta go to the Temple of Time and meet with Foghorn Leghorn.
I would turn it up, the volume up more, but I am slightly afraid of copyright.
I mean, this is. I'm pretty sure this falls under free use.
Mm, you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, people upload let's plays of this game, so clearly it's fine.
Yeah, but they're better at audio mixing.
Not us.
Sorry.
You should be.
Unprofessional.
Oh, come on, it happened once. Sorry, twice.
Unprofessional.
Once is bad enough, okay?
Is that switch coming from you? Now imagine the
I
player's
have
reaction.
to. There's something I have to ask. If
Yes.
Zelda is supposed to be highly
She
reincarnated,
isn't.
What?
Only the first Zelda from Skyward Sword is a reincarnated Hylia. Every other Zelda is just her descendants.
So does that mean technically these statues are Skyward Sword Zelda talking to us?
Yes.
Interesting.
After her death, she went probably back to being a full-blown goddess. Why we don't... Why? Because it has been probably over thousands of years.
For thousands of years I've laid dormant.
Why?
I would love it if, like, the statue like saw Link, and it did like a little like thing of it like move to cover its face, and it blushes. It's like, Link, it's you! Oh my god,
mean-
it's been so long.
I mean,
No,
that guy
that
is
sounds
technically...
horrible.
Yeah, especially because that was her husband. Why would she act like this around her husband?
I mean, there are
Well,
some people
because
that
it's
do.
probably been a few thousand years since you last saw Link.
I mean, that's technically not even the same Link.
I mean, this technically
Link
isn't
is
the same
always a
Zelda,
different
right?
person. Link doesn't reincarnate. If he would always reincarnate the hero Shade and Twilight Princess, Link could be at the same place at
Well, the
once.
Master Sword still recognizes it as Link.
Yes, because he has the
It's
spirit of the hero.
it's a reincarnation that allows for multiple souls.
It's more like the essence of the hero reincarnates
The
into a
the
chosen
essence and
hero.
the essence and appearance.
Yeah, but not the actual memories or anything regarding the person itself. It's only the essence. The only guy that is always the same is Ganondorf.
I like to. I kind of thought about this before, but I had a thought of like Ganondorf like being defeated, like Tears of the Kingdom, Ganondorf being on his knees, and he has his own like anime moment where the past Ganondorfs tell him to get up and keep fighting. And he's like, yeah, I can do this with the power of my ancestors.
They're all
Like-
me!
Like, that would have been really fucking funny.
I mean, there is my theory that Calamity Ganon is just a botched resurrection of OG Ganondorf.
Well,
That's
the
what Nintendo said.
the
Like,
ex
the
well, the
reason-
explanation was that Calamity Ganon was Ganon giving up any semblance of. It was supposed to be that Calamity Ganon is Ganon giving up his ability to reincarnate at all, to assume a true form.
I mean, that's only what he does once he becomes Dark Beast Ganon.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be that this is supposed to be the final Ganon because once he's defeated, he can't reincarnate anymore.
Yeah, then they changed their minds on that.
Well,
Of course
I don't
they-
even
of
know
course
what
they did.
Calamity Ganon is supposed to be in relation to Ganondorf.
I don't think they have any relation.
Well, no, there's probably some relation. It's just they're never gonna tell us.
Yeah, like my theory is that this is the Ganon that died at the end of the original Zelda, and that the Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf tried to resurrect this ancient demon lord he supposedly is a descendant from. But he botched it, or he got interrupted by Raoh and sealed away before he could complete the resurrection, and that is Calamity Ganon. Just the half resurrected original Ganon, now nothing but a creature of pure malice, with no semblance of
I
actual
do.
intelligence or cunning.
I've said this before. I do like the way Calamity Ganon just exists in this game. Like from like the blood moons, like the first blood moon. I remember so distinctly because
Yeah, it was terrifying.
I remember being at a stable and talking to this guy who said, "Oh, there's a blood moon coming tonight." And I'm like, "What the fuck is a blood moon?" And then later that night, the first music started playing. Look up, there's a blood moon in the sky.
It's also a really clever way to like keep everything going.
And I was like, "Huh, that's that's kind of creepy." Not gonna lie.
It does feel like it falls in line with Ganon that like in his attempt to like keep his army alive and bring back everything else, he also just replenishes everything else for the hero too.
Yeah, I do like the idea of Ganon just being like a mindless monster. He's like his presence is just all over Hyrule.
What's the point of those pillars?
I have no idea.
They're the monster, they're the storage dispensers. That's basically where the Guardians are stored in. That's where they also spawned from. That was actually supposed to be shown in this game, but they never implemented it. But in Age of Calamity, you can see the Guardians spawning from these pillars.
Oh, really?
You know the champions ballad where you can play as the champions fighting the blights.
Yeah.
You know what the hardest one for me was?
What's up?
Mipha's. I don't know what it was. Just something like hers was really hard for
Wait, you
some
can
reason.
actually play as the champions?
Well, what happens is for each of the divine beasts, you get to basically put yourself in the shoes of the champion at the time that they fought the the blights and died.
Oh, okay,
So
but you still play Link.
all of your items are gone except for specific weapons and armor that the guard
Oh,
that they had.
If I
okay.
remember right, Mifa died first.
Like for Mifa, you get like I think like her one of her tridents and then like two other weapons, something like that, and then you have to defeat the blights to basically like finish their fight.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that Mifa dies first. She's a healer, not a warrior. Like, she is a skilled fighter, but she's clearly physically the weakest one of the four.
Hmm.
I think
She's
Rivali
also
died
just like
last.
in terms of like Zora, she's small.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think Rivali died second because he was completely screwed over by Windblight Ganon. Like, he couldn't properly fly because of the wind. He probably couldn't shoot arrows properly because of the wind. He was completely screwed over. And so I think he died either second or first.
You know what I will say about Tears of the Kingdom? I think the dungeon where you go way up in the sky is so cool.
Yeah, that was literally the only memorable dungeon for me because the
Yeah, the
sequence getting
fight.
to it was actually, innovative and creative and kind of fun. It's just a
Yeah,
shame
the
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 other
wind
dungeons aren't
dungeon
like
is
that.
the only good one in the game.
It's like dungeons are such a core part of Zelda. Like
To
and
be
they
honest, though,
just
with Twilight Princess, the dungeons are my least favorite part.
I mean, we barely saw any of them.
Yeah, but still,
yeah, but like
what I have seen, I prefer walking in the overworld.
in Tears of the Kingdom, the dungeons are just such a nothing burger.
Yeah, like
Like
at least the wind dungeon has a cool concept with this ancient flying ship.
and
And
God,
it
don't
has the
even
best
get me
boss.
started on the story. Like the uh, uh,
I have a feeling once we get to there, you're gonna have a lot to talk
oh,
about.
I am going to have so much to say.
Although
Don't
that, to
even
be
know.
fair, that's not gonna be for a long time.
Demon King? Secret Stones? fucking copy and paste that shit.
Yeah, and even if you glitch yourself a bit and look under the helmets of the sages, you can tell that they are just the generic NPC models we used.
Oh
They
well,
don't have.
we made them all the same. We made them all the same because they could play any of them first. We didn't want to confuse the players. Yeah, well, you didn't fucking do that for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, like it's
You could
just.
play any of the divine beasts in any order, and the champions actually have unique shit to say
Because
instead
you
of the
actually
fucking
because they're
copy and paste,
characters.
same speech, same bullshit.
Yeah, the sages aren't characters. The sages are a plot device at best.
Rip.
The sages are in Tears
They
of the
don't even have
Kingdom.
names.
Yeah, they don't even have names. Like the sages in Ocarina of Time may as well be fucking Lord of the Rings characters with like several books worth of plot development compared to the fucking flat cardboard sages we get in Tears. Like if they were trying to replace the champions, they failed so hard.
I think it is sad that there's a lot about Tears of the Kingdom that I just don't remember. Whereas when it comes to this game, granted, I've played this game like 4 times, but I feel the things in this game are more memorable.
It's well, this game was in development for um I think right after Skyward Sword. It
I
was
mean,
originally developed for the Wii U initially.
both
And
games were
it's
in development for a really long time.
and I don't know what went wrong with Tears of the Kingdom because that game was in development for like what, 6 years?
I think that I'm sure that they started working on it as soon as Breath of the Wild started becoming popular.
Well, what took them so long was Corona.
True.
Yeah, but it's just
I think they
the stuff
became
that they
over
added.
ambitious and realized, oh shit, the Switch can't handle this.
The stuff
Uh,
that they added to the game isn't as well thought out as everything in Breath of the Wild is by itself. Because the new additions, like I said, the Sky Islands, the deaths, even some of the
and,
Zonite tech isn't really
and
that
caves.
well thought out for me.
I honestly think the best part of one of the best parts of Tears of the Kingdom was just getting to see everything a couple years later.
Yes, that was the
Yeah,
best
but
part.
it doesn't mean that much
Yeah, like
because
Calamity Ganon is barely even acknowledged.
like we don't even get a chance to see Hyrule in like a kind of restored state because Ganondorf just kind of fucks everything up even worse.
Yeah, granted, it only has been 6 years. In 6 years, you can't do that much.
Remember how you said that they haven't brought up Tingle since then? I mean, they have technically brought it up with that you can get his clothes.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but that's
I
it. Yeah, that's a reference.
I
That
had
doesn't
like
really
a
count.
I had like a like kind of like a I
Well
think
then,
if you're in Tingle's outfit, he does the Tingle pose. And that just made me think, does Link kind of get like possessed when he puts on these clothes?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Tingle.
Because I was like thinking about what if Tingle possesses Link and when Link wakes up, he's like on some fucking island with slaves doing his shit for him. And it's like, what the fuck happened? Like that would be such a fun like story thing to do, just like Link getting possessed by Tingle and seeing Tingle's reign of terror from everyone else's perspective. Like they don't know what the fuck Link is doing. He's just wearing tights and he's capturing people. Think he probably killed a guy. That would be so confusing. Also, one of the few things I did like about Tears.
Oh.
Um, this was something my friend brought up, but if you don't do Terrytown, that actually crosses over into Tears because Terrytown will be built, but um, what's his name? Hudson won't have met his wife, and their daughter won't even exist.
Oh,
Like her entire quest won't be in the game.
okay, that's neat. See, I wish we had more of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay,
Because
yeah,
like
if
the
you
thing that the thing
don't
that
have
pissed me off about Tears was that so many of these characters that Link has met, like beside outside of like the main cast, like
act like they
all
never met him.
pretty much all of the NPCs act like this is the first time they've met Link.
Yeah, like if you haven't played Okami, TS, Breath of the Wild, then okay, then you can see that argument that the game then
That would
simply
have
says you
worked
only
better
did
as
the.
like if you didn't have any save for Breath of the Wild, they wouldn't know who you were. But if you
Yeah,
did
then
have
I
a
can
save for
make the
Breath of the
argument
Wild,
that
then
in
they would
this
recognize
timeline,
you.
Link only did the Divine Beast and got the Master Source, but did no side quests whatsoever. He
But
only focused
the
on his
thing
main
is,
goal.
the thing is that Zelda still has Link's house in Hateno Village, and she has like the freaking painting, but no, not painting, the picture of her and Link with the champions.
Do you guys know
If
about
you
this?
completed
Do you guys know about this guy?
that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you go on top of the bridge, he'll
Yeah.
like say,
Apparently I think he was supposed to be based on someone. I don't remember.
I have no idea. I don't know who that is.
I wouldn't know.
If you get up
Try
on the
jumping on the bridge.
bridge, he tells you. He basically says, "No, don't do that."
Which is kind of funny in hindsight, considering Link jumps off the fucking Sky Islands in Tears of the Kingdom and lands in a puddle of water perfectly fine. Like I guess freaking fall damage doesn't apply to him.
I mean,
Only
yeah,
in specific
fall,
situations.
you can fall from any height into water in this game and it won't kill you.
Even though falling into water at that speed would be like slamming into concrete.
Yeah, like no matter how gracefully you land in the water, you die.
No, it's just the sheer power of Link's balls providing him a source of freaking swim in.
Goat. Oh, there's one over there. Did you guys ever see the knockoff Lego set they made based on the stables?
I have not.
Yeah, I saw pictures of it. I
It's
want the actual official Lego set.
it's genuinely horrible. There was a YouTuber I watched put it together, and it was like one of the most painful experiences he's ever had.
Did you ever meet the horse god?
Yes.
I mean, pretty sure you have to if you want 100%.
Well, I mean, you don't have to visit him for 100%.
Oh, okay.
All he does is just revive your horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of.
I don't think there's even like a specific quest line tag to him.
No. It's just something extra you can find.
Yeah.
He did revive one of the Smashers in the Revive Smashers cartoon comic. I think you should take the bridge.
Yeah, probably.
The bridge that you so confidently walk past.
Red is surely getting into Link's head by thinking exactly how he would think. You should probably take the bridge.
Yeah.
Nah, I could swim across there, right? I like to imagine that whenever Link thinks about doing something stupid, Zelda's just like, Link, no,
Honestly, I
don't.
kind of wish you just had Zelda as a companion in this game.
Like Spirit Tracks?
No. Yeah, or like at least in Tears of the Kingdom, you could have made her a companion. say
Like
she loses the body, that Gandalf steals the body and now rules the kingdom, and part of the story is you have to find a way to expose the malice from Zelda's body so she can get it back. I know it would have been a redo of Spirit Tracks, but I don't care. I want a Zelda as a permanent companion. I want Zelda to have more screen time.
Damn it.
Also, it would be fun if you can just do stupid shit and then Zelda actually comments on it. Like if you go shield surfing, she says, "Link, what significance does this have?" And the more
or
often you do it, the
cut
more
down a tree
frustrated
with
she
a
gets.
master sword. Like imagine Zelda watching Link, like just chop at a tree with the master sword, or like use it to like eat meat.
If it works.
Because let's be honest, he would be the type to use the master sword to like stab through cooked
Yes, I
meat
think
and
there even
eat it.
is a small comic about it where he's about to do that and Zelda gets offended.
I'm already getting back into the mindset of, oh god, every time that I see a shrine, my ADHD immediately goes into overdrive.
That's what I do
Oh,
too. Every time I see a shrine, I just like
wait,
immediately go
we are
for
at the
it.
stables. You know who's here.
Oh, I know what this one is.
I don't remember.
Go to the castle and get the recipes.
Oh yeah, I did
Oh,
this
yeah,
quest.
no. Don't forget to go inside.
Yeah, Red, you should go there right
You know
now.
they have recipes on the walls.
Yeah, I noticed
Don't
that.
ignore the man.
And there's Beetle.
Oh!
You want to know something funny? I don't know if Red did this, but if you like refuse to give him like a specific bug he wants, he will legitimately like send people to kill you.
Do you want to voice him, Neppy?
Of course. Hey, I believe I made you acquaintance. But you can call me Delicious Beetle. But even if you forget my face, you can remember me by my beetle-shaped backpack. Despite these dangerous times, you'll find me traveling all over Hyrule to fulfill your shopping needs. I stock many special box and must-have items for travelers, and I always charge a fair price. On Maid's North Beetle. I also buy all sorts of things if you're in need of rupees. Gemstones in particular fetch a high price. Hint, hint.
I always find it. I find it funny because I met him here first, obviously, and then I found out like way later that the guy in Wind Waker is the same one.
You want
Yeah,
to know
that's
something? I remember a specific instance where I refused to give Beetle like a rare bug, and he was like, "Should I kill him? Should I send people after him?" Like, nah, it'd be too obvious. And then when I ran off, fucking Yiga ambushed me. And I know it was probably a coincidence, but it's been in my headcanon ever since that Beetle has ties to the Yiga clan, and he will legitimately send them to assassinate Link to get a bug.
Oh, you.
Like on my end, Neppy is cutting out
I know
every time he does
that's what
that
makes it
voice.
so funny for me is because it's so high pitched that it'll go up and then silence and then go back down. It's so stupid. I love it.
I love
Aw.
Beetle. One of my favorite side quests is getting pictures of the three Leviathans. Because it's
Um,
just so
God,
fascinating
it
to...
took me so long to find the ice one.
Yes, I also have I always
yeah,
forget where it is.
oh, okay, I'm not the only one then. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I always
I was
forget
looking
where
around
the
for
Ewok
that one
skeleton is.
forever.
Like, the other twos are easy to find because you can find them on the map. But the Hebrew one, no.
Yeah, like you're likely to stumble upon those before you even get the quest.
Yeah, I found them long before the quest, and I was so easily fascinated by it. Especially because back then I didn't know who they were. But I still recognized the windfish when I saw his little wings on his back.
I remember side quests with like this creepy guy in like Gerudo or like outside Gerudo town who's like trying to hit on you.
Oh, that creep.
And like I remember the instance where he like tried to send you into danger so you could come back crawling to him. I'm like, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't feel sad about stealing his boots.
Yeah, I was like, have fun stepping around in the fucking hot sand, asshole. Also, I was like watching the like the '90s Zelda cartoon, the one with
What?
like the sex offender
Well,
Link,
excuse me, princess.
and I was like, I wonder what would happen if they like brought that Link back retroactively by like just making an NPC with that personality and dressed in like a Link cosplay, trying to get ladies because he heard that Link's really popular with the girls.
Honestly, I imagine you could kick his ass in some way.
Like I feel like that would be something somebody would do, like pretending to be
Yes.
Link and just being really creepy, and then the actual Link shows up and beats him up.
But yeah, that kind of reminds me. There's this fan comic where Zelda is trying to find the hero, and so she goes into the hero's hall and asks for a Link, and the captain of the guard is then, okay, stand up, Link. And the entirety of the guard of the mess hall stands up. Like every single guard stands up. And even the captain stands up, and Zelda just looks at him and says, "It you, Captain?" And he can just nervously chuckle because everyone names their son Link in Hyrule, in hopes that he's the hero.
They did that in Wind Waker, didn't they?
Yeah, kind
Like
of.
they
That
made like,
on the island you start off with, it's tradition that if the boy gets of age, that he wears the hero's tunic,
and
and
Wind
it just so
Waker
has.
Link just was not like having it. Like I remember his face when
He
he was
hated it.
forced to put on the hero's garb, and he was like, "I really don't want to do this shit, man."
Yeah, he really hated it. And then he turned out to be the new hero after he showed the goddesses, "Hey, hey, see, hero here, right here, acknowledge me."
And Wind Waker's Link is just like, "For fuck's sake, man."
Yeah, this is actually why I like Wind Waker Link the most. He is not the chosen hero. He makes the goddesses acknowledge him as the hero. He earns the title. He isn't just some random guy born to be it. He has to earn it. And that's kind
Link
of
in Wind Waker is just like an adorable goofball.
yes, and that's
Like
why
you want to
yeah,
see him
he has the
succeed.
most personality.
Come on, Red, use that noggin.
I always hate this one.
I think you should yeah, that should be the able to do it. Yeah, like Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild Link have the most personality-wise.
I like
Especially,
how I love how Link in this game is just pretty brain dead, all things
yeah,
considered.
yeah, he's quite frankly insane. I mean, he eats rocks
Okay,
in,
but he's more insane in the idea of Tears of the Kingdom, where he just builds a freaking tank that murders everything it touches.
and then of course don't forget the Korok space program.
This is like he like oh my god, I don't even know where to start because I just love how stupid he is. He eats rock roast
I
somehow.
mean,
He like digests
he
it
to find
whole.
it tasty.
Isn't it like made out of lava? Like how does he
Yes, it
eat
is. It
that?
is. I have no idea. He has an iron stomach. Maybe he has some Goron blood in him. Maybe his father was a Goron. It's not like we ever seen a man.
His father was a knight, wasn't he?
Yeah, but hey, who said that a Goron can't join the Knights of Hyrule? I mean, it's not like we see anyone that proves that. That actually I kind of like that idea. That each member of the race or the races is welcome to join the Royal Knights. Like they are very welcoming in that regard. It's honestly kind of indeed
Oh.
a stark difference to the Hyrule in Ocarina of Time, where it's actually the king was a racist asshole.
I also love like the dialogue option when Paya brings up her birthmark and Link's like, "Can I see it? Can I see it? Where is it?" And Impa's like, Link, don't do that.
I forgot about this one.
He's like a puppy sometimes.
Yeah, he's an adorable puppy. Which is a stark contrast to his whole vow of silence thing.
Well, in
Like,
in the Japanese version of this game, there's a lot of like notes and like options where like it's Link himself writing it. Like if there's an objective, it's from Link's point of view.
yeah, and I've kind of said that they didn't keep that.
Well, they did kind of keep it for like one option. Like if there's like some food in like Lurin Village where he's like, they have a lot of fish in this village. I wonder what it tastes like. And he specifically uses the word I to refer to it, and that's the only time in the game he does that.
Yeah, I actually don't understand why. That would have been such a fun way to give him some personality. Although that's probably why. They
I
don't
mean, I
want
think he
them.
has a fair amount of personality.
I mean, he has, but it would still be cool.
Yeah, but like I said, in like the objectives menu, he does like have moments where he writes his own personal thoughts, and it gives him a lot of depth. Like especially in like the ending where he's like, "Go defeat Ganon." He's like, "I want to see Zelda smile for myself again," and
Yeah,
that's just
like
not
that's
that's
just
not in the game. A lot of his like personal thoughts are just turned into like generic statements, as opposed to him being like him writing it.
Okay, well then. Okay. There we go. Okay. I couldn't remember how to do it at first.
I love the physics in this game.
yeah. You punch him in the back and he flies past you.
You punched him in the back and he somehow flew backwards. Is that how that works? You punch someone in the
Apparently.
back and they fly behind you?
Yeah. Did you not take
Huh.
AP Physics?
Nah. More chests.
Yay, chests.
Ruins are, I think, are always so weird because you expect way more than they ever actually have.
Well, most of the buildings that were made out of wood probably don't exist anymore.
Well, no, I mean like when you see ruins, you expect a lot of treasure,
Oh,
but
that
there
okay.
usually
Yeah, that's
isn't.
true. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of one of the main complaints about this game is that the open world is empty. I mean, it never really bothered me, but I can see
I
where
mean,
the
yeah,
complaint comes from.
yeah. Kind of. I mean, it's kind of part of the setting that the world is supposed to be empty. So, but yeah, I get what they mean. And Tears did not fix it. Okay, now, yes. By the way, I love that you actually can see Varmeadow and Varudania if you look at their respective areas. Especially when you pay close attention to Death Mountain, you can see Varudania the instant you walk out of the Shroud of Resurrection. And I
Seems like I did
see
first.
some blind people react to it, and it's always funny to them realize, what is that? What is walking over there? Do I have to go there? I don't want to go there. And
I,
then
ha-
notice,
I
almost.
I hate these ones. Because you always think it always does like
Hmm.
way too far to the left or the right.
Strike 3.
Oh my god! Like, come on!
Huh?
Failure. I wonder what Zelda's thinking whenever she sees stuff like this.
She is very severely questioning what the actual fuck, Link.
What the? F
Ah, just not enough.
Or she's criticizing your throws.
Yeah, she's the one making these comments we are
Oh
making.
my god!
You
Link,
go, let's go. You have to go closer to the
Link,
edge.
you're such a terrible throw, Link.
Well, not that close.
Wow, thank you. Oh my god!
Yeah, I do my best.
What? What is he getting up?
Red,
Oh, is
what
it
are
because
you
it's
doing?
wet?
I don't know. He wasn't
Just
doing.
climb the
He
fucking rock.
was trying.
Also,
And
I tried
climbing
to
is,
stand up and stretch my legs, and God, this chair is so uncomfortable.
That's why I'm always laying in my bed.
I've been using my
I don't have
my
a bed
gaming
to lay
my,
on.
I've been using my
True.
gaming chair for the first time in like years.
Ah.
I wish I had a bed to lay on, but I don't.
Yeah, but because I'm always laying in my bed, I'm actually have think wood the mattress like there's a notable. You can see where I'm always sitting.
Genuinely.
1 hour later.
No, not 1 hour later, because this is the last rock.
Okay.
Okay.
2 work hours later.
Because you're moving along, I'm all out of time cards.
You have to be more of a goofy goober rat.
What if I don't wanna?
Well, too bad, because I am a goofy goober, yeah. You are a goofy goober, yeah. We all are goofy goober, yeah. Goofy goofy goober, yeah.
I had something else that I was gonna say, but that catastrophe made me completely forget what it was.
Ha.
I'm probably not going to use this soundboard that much.
I can hear it anyway.
Yeah, I didn't know you were using one.
Well, the audience will.
If I can't hear it, they wouldn't be able to hear it.
Yeah, because it's muted on her end.
Whoa!
That's to get back.
Where's the content?
Well, I was talking
Well,
is the
yeah,
content.
you two were providing it pretty well.
Yeah.
We
What
have to
else?
make
What
up
else
for
Zelda
it.
games have both of you played?
Well,
I
played
already
Naruto,
went over all the ones that I played.
Like I said,
played a bit
I
of
played
Wind
the
Waker.
I played the Oracle games. I played a little bit of Skyward Sword. I played A Link to the Past a little bit. I never beat it.
Yeah, me neither. I never get very far. I tried the original Zelda, but I very quickly realized, yeah, no, these old games aren't for me.
I played
Honestly,
the original Zelda is surprisingly still fun.
I did play a little bit of the original Zelda and Zelda 2, but I dropped those pretty quickly.
I played a bit of Spirit Tracks.
I want to play
And,
Link's Awakening, the remake on the Switch that looks really cute.
Oh yeah, I played Link's Awakening, the remake. It's pretty fun.
Okay, yeah,
Really fun.
Link's Awakening DX. Yeah, that I played that too. I never finished it.
I'm excited
But,
for
yeah,
the new
that's
one.
Echoes
Yes.
the Wisdom.
I
Yeah,
still would
the
have
first
preferred
like
a
main
different.
the first main series one was Zelda.
I still wish they didn't reuse the Awakening art style. I'm not a fan of the toy aesthetic, but yeah,
Well, it's
still I'm
something.
looking forward to it.
Isn't this like the first time she's been playable in a main
If you
game?
don't
In
count
a
the
main
CDI
game.
games, yes. Yeah. Well, unless
We
you
don't
count
talk
Hyrule
about the
Warriors.
CDI. There is no CDI in Boss Sing Say.
Well, good thing we
Here
don't
we
need
are
I
much
mean,
to
happy.
say.
I guess you can
Here we are
technically say
free.
spirit tracks because you can control the armor, but
Well,
like that
technically,
doesn't really
but this
count.
is like the first like
Well,
proper
technically you're not
Zelda
controlling
game.
Zelda, you're controlling a Dark Knot that is controlled by Zelda.
Well, technically, it is still Zelda,
Yeah, too.
but
I
this is
think
Also,
like the first.
I played the multiplayer mode of Spirit Tracks with friends more than I actually played the campaign.
But yeah, Echoes of Wisdom is like the first like
oh yeah, I
proper
played
game to
Minish
have her
Cap.
as a playable character. Like
How
it kind of sucks that they don't like make use of, like her sword skills or her
I mean,
archery,
I kind
like
of
the
like
stuff
that
that
they're
she's
going in a
actually
different
good at.
direction. Like yeah, but this is a different Zelda. Not every Zelda has to be good at the same thing. So a Zelda that completely relies on her wits and doesn't know how to fight is the traditional way is actually an interesting idea.